Okay, so Zach has a room that's 12 by 15 feet in the area, and he wants to have a rug, and it has to be a uniform strip, so around the room. So basically, this rug is going to be in the center of this room. So this is the room, 12 by 15. I always like to draw pictures, so 12, whenever possible, 12 by 15 feet. The rug can be, so here's our rug, it has an area of 108 square feet. And so what's the direction or the dimensions of this rug with, so we're talking about actually maximizing our space given the fact that this rug is 100 square feet. And also, this is important, so this length, this strip has to be the same as around the room. So we don't know what that is. And so I'm just going to call that X because we definitely need to figure that out in order to determine the dimensions of this rug. And so, we know that it's a rectangle, and middle school mathematics tells us that, the area of a rectangle is generally length times width. And so we can approach this problem in similar fashion. And so we are given the area, 108. So I'm just going to write an equation here based on our knowledge of the area of a rectangle. So 108 is going to be equal to length times width. Okay, and so my length times my width, or my length times my width, however you see it, doesn't really matter which is L and which is W. But if I start with 15 feet, I'm not going to place a 15 here because very clearly I've cut out, cut out a space here and I called it X. And I cut out a space here and I called it X. But, and also here. And so in terms of my length, so I cut out, spaces here. How many of these X's did I take out? How many X's? 1, 2 for my length. So I'm going to express that as 15 minus 2 of those X's that I cut out or identified as that uniform strip that I'm going to use. Okay, and my width, same. So this is my width. So I've cut out 1, 2 X's, and so to express my width, I'm just going to rewrite that as 12 minus 2X. Okay, and so then we're going to multiply, and you may pause your this video and multiply that out. Okay, and so we're going to do this. I'm going to do this, and so hopefully you've done that for yourselves, but distributive property. So I have 108, 15, that's 180, and minus 30x, minus 24x, plus 4x squared. And so I'm going to combine my like terms, and I'm going to end up with 108 is equal to, I'm going to place my x squared term here just to write in descending order. 4x squared minus 54x plus 180. I'm going to subtract 108 from both sides. So I'm going to set this equal to 0, right? So it's going to help me see this parabolic function a little differently in standard form. And so 4x squared minus 54x plus 72. All of those numbers are even, so I can divide this entire equation by 2. So 0 here, 2x squared minus 27x plus 36. That looks a little bit simpler. And so I'm just going to see if I can factor this sucker. So let's do it. So 2x here and an x here. No other choices here. I'm going to say that they're both negative. And negative, if I place a 3 here, And 3 times 12 will give me 36. And that will work. Yes, here's my product, positive 36. This times this is negative 24. This times this is negative 3. That gives me my middle term, negative 27. So now I'm going to set each of those equations equal to 0. And then one of them is going to be my answer. Okay, and so x is 2x minus 3. Add 3 to both sides, divide by 2. So 3 halves, which of course is the same as 1.5, same thing, either or. I prefer just leaving it as 3 halves. And you'll see why in just a few minutes. Okay, and the other, just add 12 to both sides. That's going to give us x is equal to 12. So those are our two x values in this this problem where we're maximizing our space given the parameters of having a uniform strip around this room. Okay, and so the next step is to see which solution works. So I'll start with the 12. 12, so I'm going to take 15 minus 2 times 12 and times 12 minus 2 times 12. And I can see that I'm going to end up with 15. That's going to be a negative 24. It's going to be a negative 9, right? Negative 9. So I can stop here. I can see that this isn't going to work. Why is it not going to work? Because my dimensions are now negative, and that's just not possible. Okay? We're talking about the feet, and feet cannot be measured as negative values. So 12 is not going to work. Try the other x value. And so I have 2 times x, 3 halves, minus 3 times 3 halves, minus 12. Okay. And let's see. I have 3 minus 3. That's not going to work. I think I left, what did I do? I left something out here. It would appear that I left something out. And let's see. What did I leave out? Oh, haha. I'm not using, I need to use the original. So we have 15 minus 2 times 3 halves times 12 minus 2 times 3 halves. Okay? And so very clearly this cancels, so that becomes 15 minus 3. 15 minus 3 is 12. So 12 times, this becomes, again, a negative 3. So 12 minus 3, 12 from the difference between 12 and 3 is 9. These two values are positive. And so my dimensions are, that will give me the product of 108 square feet. And therefore, the dimensions of this rug, or direction of the rug, that's what it's asking. The direction of the rug is, in fact, 12 feet by 9 feet, or 9 feet by 12 feet.